the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Well, for the Jazz, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And tonight we have two teams who both like to get out in transition, a torrid pace, high octane, call it what you will.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Jazz. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Vucevic is out there with Nene, and it's Houdini at the point. Here's Logan, guarded by Oladipo. Exum, and the rebound goes to Nene. Here's Houdini. 29 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
On defense, Orlando. It's a three-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And the pass to Logan. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hayward. Nails the 16-footer.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Houdini. The feed now to Vucevic. 13 feet away. Can't hit. Great D that time from Favors. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few moments to catch up with him. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. And it's going to be a 3-second call. While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. The 4th spot held by Gordon Hayward.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Yeah, you know, these guys are really more than capable of going it alone if the situation calls for it. But they much prefer to have everybody involved in the offense, and they go out of their way to try to make that happen.
Here's Houdini. He has 5. And the rejection by Favors. They recover it. Vucevic with the bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Exum with it. He had 10 points in the win against Washington.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Count that one. He's got 6. For Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. A 3-ball. Kept alive Orlando. Utah leading. Here's Hayward, and that comes off the assist by Exum.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Ladies and gentlemen, your jazz dancers.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Clippers in the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out Utah, just way behind.
And seeing where Utah is, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Hayward with a screen for Exum. Takes a 3. Got a piece of it. Hope they get it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Miles checked in for Derek Favors. The Magic also changing it up. Gordon comes in for Nene. And it's Azania in for Harris. Here's Houdini. He has 7. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Burks. His shot, no good. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. No good from Houdini.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Exum kicks to Hayward. He dishes it to Burks. Here's the screen. Now here's Exum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Houdini. Sinks the triple.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Magic have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Houdini, he already has 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Goodrich, he's checked in for Utah.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Exum. D right on him. Here's Splitter, hits the jump hook.
Tiara Splitter with the shot.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. First in blocks, 3rd in fast break points, and they're ranked 3rd in second chance points. I mean, very...
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Well, Orlando shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. And it's Hayward. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Logan in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And they take the lead. Nene's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Magic. Utah trailing here. Burks the pass to Logan. The dish now to Gobert. Now here's Burks. He's covered closely. Inside. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Houdini. Burks covering. Here's Houdini. Gobert with the block. And now Utah, fast break. Hayward's running. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs got down to business. He had 29 points and got a lot of those points how he usually does, creating contact and getting to the free throw line. His coach said when he gets in the zone like he did, there is no stopping him. Just a dominating display from the star we're accustomed to seeing, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Johnson against Hayward. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Here's Houdini. Out to Harris. Another miss by Orlando.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Pass to Logan. From outside the arc. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's a 5-point Jazz lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Houdini kicks it to Nene. And stolen by Favors. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Logan, guarded by Oladipo. Nice shot by Gobert.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Houdini. He's got 12. Nene with the screen on Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. Houdini passes to Oladipo. Shot to stop the run. And that one comes up a bit short.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead. Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor.
He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And, guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
The Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in. Here's Johnson. Rebound, Utah. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
Here's Houdini. 14 points for him. Down low, Harris. Banked in off the glass. Harris has got his first points in this one.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Exum. Passes it to Logan. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Here's Houdini. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. Somehow misses the one-handed flush.
You rarely see him missing dunks. The defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Stolen by Exum. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Rejected by Harris. Out to the right wing. Here's Houdini. Another miss by Orlando.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
It's stolen by Gobert. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. And so that's the end of the first half.
Well, no doubting that was a rough second period for you guys. What are they doing that gave you so much trouble?
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harris are the wings. Nene is out there with Vucevic, and it's Houdini at point guard. And it's Vucevic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Nene, the screen. Here's Houdini. Clock at 6. Nice move. Here's Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Gobert, the screen. Out to Favors. And again, it's Utah.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Picked by Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. A floater, no good. And Utah the other way now. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Gobert. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Harris. The Jazz have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
The Magic trail by 16. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. And he uses the glass on the layup. Houdini's got 16 points.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Hayward goes in, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Hayward. And it's 8 points for Derek Favors.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Houdini. 16 points for him.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Hayward goes in. Gobert dishes to exit. Vucevic with the block.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Here's Houdini, defended by Hayward. Houdini. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. Tobias Harris, number one.
He is a sharpshooter, guys. I mean, no doubt about that. Just who you want roaming on the wing and waiting for the defense to fall asleep.
Well, you know what? The way he's been rolling from the three-point line, you can't go to sleep on him. And any defense that does needs to be reprimanded.
Exum with it, now defended by Houdini. Hayward outside. The 11-footer. That one a little long.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's Houdini. He's got 19. Nene into the lane. The lead now cut to single digits. Nene's got 4 this quarter.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Hayward against Harris. Now here's Hayward. He's tightly guarded. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Nene. Hezonja comes in for Harris. And it's Payne in for Oladipo. And it's blocked. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Vucevic.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Looking at the game for Hayward, 10 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's
Utah also making a switch. Exum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Orlando also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Vucevic, and Houdini subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Nene, the screen. Houdini passes to Nene. Kicks it out to Gordon. Another shot. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Nene.
almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Utah shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Then it's Exum. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Logan in at the shooting guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Exum kicks to Favors. No good off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
To the inside, Gordon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Jazz leading by 7. Exum kicks to Burks. Favors with the screen. Burks with it. Picked up by Harris. Out left to the wing. Here's Logan. That 3 off the mark. The Magic trail by 7. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the basket by Gordon.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Exum passes to Logan. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closely. And that one's good by Favors.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Magic shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Here's Houdini. Rebounded by Exum.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fellow's in the middle.
Here's Favors. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Nene, the screen. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Logan, and it's blocked. To the wing on the left. Here's Houdini. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Burks. Here's Favors, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
What a game for Favors. He has 15 points and 2 rejections. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Hayward goes in, and the shot is good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Here's Houdini. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Rebounded by Exum. Exum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jazz leading by 10. Nice ball movement by Utah. He feeds it to Favors. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 7th assist in the game.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now the pass to Logan. Favors with the screen. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Houdini. In the corner, it's Harris. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Utah's head coach address his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
They set the pick. Favors dishes to Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. High post try. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Houdini. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first one falls. Kane, he's checked in for Oladipo. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Hayward, left side. The Jazz with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Houdini. He kicks to paint. On the way, Harris. Off target from three-point range. Jazz leading by 5. Logan, the pass to Favors. The quick look, no good that time.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Nene with the screen on Favors. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Pass to Houdini. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The shot by Nene, no good.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, and that comes off the assist by Exum. And that's 19 points for Gordon Hayward. Here's Houdini. To the paint. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Vucevic.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Exum kicks to Hayward. Favors with the screen. Passes it to Logan.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. Both free throws good from Houdini.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. Hayward goes in. Favors can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Houdini. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Dante Exum. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Down low, here's Favors, misses from close range.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Jazz have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Hayward outside. Dishes it to Exum. Gobert the screen. Stolen. He's got a clear path. All alone. Count it!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Hayward dishes to Favors. Good!
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Houdini. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Favors with the screen. It's stolen. The finish. Yes!
I don't think they can afford to foul here, Kevin.
No, over the limit. And smart defense is what you need. A strong contest and then secure that defensive backboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, your jazz dancers.
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Exum connects. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Here's Houdini. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. Out to Harris. The three. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expired. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number one. Getting going right now. And the Jazz start out with the ball. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Orlando, Houdini, he's in at point guard. Nene is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Vucevic, and it's Payne in at the two. Here's Houdini to the left wing, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Exum kicks to Gobert. In the corner, it's Hayward. Soft touch off the glass. Hayward's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Jazz. Here's Houdini. Out to Harris. Plenty of space. And good. He nails it.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Harris has gone 4-7 in field goal attempts tonight. 57%. Hayward goes in. It's hauled in by the Magic. Harris has got his third rebound on the night. Houdini, good, and Harris gets the assist. Houdini's got 38 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Now, here's Burks. Defense is right there. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. 5 on the clock. Burks in the corner. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. Orlando leading. Here's Houdini. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Nene into the lane. And that one's good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Favors with the screen. Now, here's Burks. Guarded by Harris. From 13. Exum's shot is off. Magic leading by 3. Throws it up high. Stolen by Exum. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. Burks' shot is good.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here's Houdini. To the paint. And again, it's Nene.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Count the bucket. And that's now 7 points for Dante Exum.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Used the screen and took it all the way.
That shot was made possible by the work of Nene setting the screen.
Jazz trail by 3. Hayward goes in, and there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Orlando, they've gotten locked in overtime. They have yet to miss a shot, a perfect 5 for 5. Picked by Vucevic. Inside. Money!
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Hayward outside. Here's Exum. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Huge shot there, and the crowd, Clark, knows it.
Complete euphoria there, Kevin. They're going crazy.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
Hit by Vucevic. Here's Houdini. 5 to shoot. Off the screen. Money!
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your jazz dancers.
Here's Burks. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And Dante Exum picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach. And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today. No doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
3-pointer, Hayward, good. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but...
Well, once again, your ability to make plays with your passing was a major factor in this one. How did you get the offense clicking?
It's like this. You set a tone at the top, everyone in the league followed. Made sure we were all on the same page tonight.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them because, you know, they had a very rough stretch of games. It's been a while since their last win, and he was not content on playing a supporting role and letting them lose another one. He came on strong, took over, and put an end to the losing streak.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a